Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, April 15th, and it's the first day of Jessie Marie's birthday SAL. So I'm going to do a little bit of vlogging, and first day is to stitch on a project that is your oldest whip. And this is, if it's not my oldest, it's one of my oldest whips. I'll try and get this out of here. I'm doing this with one hand. This is Many Winds by Deborah Colburn. I had stitched a set of these a few years ago for my mother, and then decided I wanted a set myself. I restitched the man, and I started the woman, but got tired of doing them, so never finished her. So this is going to be my starting point for today. I'm going to pick up where I left off before and see how much I can get completed today. I'm stitching this on 14 count cream or ivory colored Aida, and coverage isn't too bad. I'm stitching it 2/1. I mean, you can see some of the fabric through, but that doesn't concern me at all, actually. So there you go. So I'll come back later today and show you how far along I've gotten. Good morning, everyone. So I forgot to show this progress last night. So it's Easter Sunday morning, and I'm just getting ready to start my Death by Cross Stitch piece. But this is where I finished off with Wind Woman yesterday. I managed to do a lot of work on her face. I filled in a whole lot. I filled in a little bit more of the charcoal color in her hair. And now she's looking pretty creepy because she doesn't have any eyes. But I did quite a bit on her yesterday, so I was very pleased. Took her to work with me last night and got a little bit of extra stitching done on her overnight. But that's it. So off I'm going to go now and start day 2 of the challenge. Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday. It's actually Easter Sunday, April 16th. And my project for today is going to be Death by Cross Stitch. The theme today was to stitch something having to do with the letters J, M, D, or S. And this piece actually has an alphabet block that sits here, I believe. So I'm going to finish stitching down this border and then come across and start working on the alphabet for the SAL today. So we'll see how far I can get. I'm stitching this with DMC 939 on 25 count antique white 1/1. So yeah, so we're going to see how this goes and see how much I can get done today. Good morning, everyone. It is now Monday, April 17th, and I just wanted to give you an update on what happened yesterday. I was working, so I didn't get as much done on Death by Cross Stitch as I wanted to. This is what the Death by Cross Stitch pattern is supposed to look like. And for the SAL yesterday, I was going to, because I had most of this page done, so I was going to try to work down into this alphabet for working on something having to do with the letter J, M, D, or S. Well, that didn't quite work out. With work and everything, this was as far as I had gotten. I had this border done to about here. So I finished down this border in order to try and get to the line that cuts across for that block of lettering. And then I was concerned, what about if my counting was off here or something, because where I'm doing it over 1. So I said, well, best thing for me to do is to finish filling in this border and make sure that this lines up before I move down here. So I went back up here and I worked in the rest of this border. But that's as far as I got yesterday. I took it to work last night, but it was busy and I didn't have much downtime. So yeah, that's as much as I've gotten done. But still, every stitch counts, and at least I got part of that border done. Because although I like stitching these things, this border, I don't really enjoy stitching this. But that's okay. So I'm a little bit closer. So now today, for the SAL, I have to go get the piece that I'm going to work on for today. So today is Monday, April 17th, and today's, I guess, challenge for the Jessie Marie Does Stuff SAL is to stitch on something you were unable to start or purchase. And I picked And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. I was definitely unable to start that piece after seeing it on Lindy Stitch's channel, and a few people I knew had the chart. This is my working copy. So here we go. This is what it looks like. And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor. Yeah, and I just woke up because I worked night shift last night, so it is like 2:30 in the afternoon and I'm only just pulling this out. So let's see what I've gotten done so far. Sorry about all the shaking and movement here. So this is where I am. This is what I've done so far with this piece. I'll get this on my Q-snap now. I'm going to drink my coffee and I'm going to watch some Flosstube and see how far along I can get with this piece today. I don't expect it'll be too much, but we'll see what I can do. I'm stitching this on 25 count. Yeah, 25 count. Oops, sorry. Let's see if I can focus here. 25 count, 1/1. So, yeah, so that's it. Let's see where I can get today. Hey guys, here I am again. It is about 8:30 in the evening. I did get some stitching done this afternoon. I managed to fill in this tree minus the tree trunk. I've stitched in this little bird, which I still had to put his legs and his beak on. I've done this tree here. I don't know if I can get in a little closer, actually, so you can see some of the detail. I did this tree here, and now I'm working on this one, which is a couple different colors of green, but my light down here is really bright, and it tends to wash out the colors. Like, all of the greens look the same, but that's actually two different colors of green there. Anywho. So yeah, so that's what I managed to do this afternoon for a couple of hours. I am just finishing a coffee after dinner, and I'm in the middle of trying to, I'm doing a challenge. I challenged myself to try and get 10,000 steps a day for a month, or to see how many days in a row I could actually do it. And I think this is day 12. I'll have to look at my post from yesterday. But I'm only up to just over 6,000 steps right now. So once I finish my coffee, I'm going to try and do a little walking workout, and then I'm going to get back to this and see how much I can get done before bedtime. All right, see you soon. Bye. So it is now the end of day 3. I managed to stitch this tree. I've filled in this one, but I haven't put the branch, the tree trunk on. I put the 2 trunks on the bottoms of these. I stitched this bird minus his legs. I got this tree completed, and then I moved up here. I did this one, and now I'm moving into the next page. So this is going into page 2, I started this section and then that was it. I called it a night. So that's how far along that piece got today. I got quite a bit done this evening. So now I'm going to go on to day 4. Day 4 is to stitch something of a favorite color, and it had to be related to the colors maroon, orange, or purple, I believe. So I'll show you what I've picked to work on today. So this is my piece for the day today. This is Ink Circle's Big Red Ship of Life. This is as far as I've gotten at this point with it, which isn't overly far, I know, but that's it. I started this New Year's, or in between Christmas and New Year's this year. Yeah, so I'm going to continue with this today. I'm going to work on the rest of this page here. I think that's my plan. Maybe I'll continue with the border. But either way, this is my plan to work on this today, because I'm stitching this in a maroon, sort of maroon color red silk that I got from Silks for You. I purchased an entire hank of silk for this piece, and I think it should be enough for me to do this piece. So yeah, let's see how much I can manage to get done today while I'm doing laundry. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, I think. I don't even know the day of the week, but anyway, it is April 18th, I know that much. And this is where I managed to finish off on Big Red Ship of Life yesterday. I put in a few of these little motifs here. See if I can zoom in a little bit. This one, I stitched these two people. The tree, or whatever this is in the middle, and this here, and then I started this motif down here before I just got too tired and had to go to bed last night. So I did get a nice little bit done there yesterday on this chart. Not too bad, I must say. So today's challenge for the SAL is to stitch something that has animals, or that's related to animals, I think. I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but because I already had And a Forest Grew on my Q-snap from the day before yesterday, I've decided I'm going to go back to stitching on that. Hang on now, I'll just see if I can. There we go. And a Forest Grew. So again, this is where I left off day before yesterday. I had stitched in these trees here, and I had started to move over onto page 2. So I've decided I'm going to finish out, continue on with this one today. I was originally going to work on my Snowflower Diaries piece, but I don't know. I just felt like, I felt more like working on this one today, so I'm just going to go with it. Because there are animals in here. There's my little bunny. There's a couple of birds. I think there's an owl that goes in the middle of this. So, yeah. So I'm going to stitch on this one today. Going to have my coffee first and enjoy that, and have to run into the city later for a couple of errands. And I'll check back in with you once I'm back. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm in the car, as you can see. It's actually Wednesday the 19th. I think I might have said it was the 18th in my video that I started recording this morning, where I was going to go back to doing And a Forest Grew. So I'm out running some errands now this afternoon, and I'm just at the university waiting for my daughter. She's gone in to meet with one of her professors. Then I'm going to leave here, and I'm going to try going to Fabricville to see if I can get some fabric to make a couple project envelopes. I watched Vonna's tutorial on making project envelopes, and I don't sew, Like I've made a couple of grime guards, that sort of thing, but I do have a sewing machine and they didn't look that difficult. So I'm going to go pick up some fabric and give it a whirl and just see if I can make a couple project envelopes for, yeah, for my whips, some of my larger whips that I can keep everything contained together. Because I do tend to take stitching everywhere I go. I currently have this piece with me in the car. So yeah, so let's see what I can come up with. Oh my, so I've gone to Fabricville. And I'm going to attempt to make a couple of project envelopes. I got this owl fabric, which I think is super cute. I got some Snoopies. I got this green for the inside, which I thought would go okay with Snoopy and the owls. And I also got some of this fusible fleece that Vonna was talking about. So I came home and I made a pattern out of bristle board and I've cut it out. Now this is the wrong side of the fabric. And I've got my fusible fleece on already. And I've got my two right sides together. And I'm just going around and pinning it now so I can sew it. Hope I'm not making you sick by moving this around too much, but we'll see how that works out because my sewing machine is ancient. For those of you who haven't seen my sewing machine, this is it. This is my Spartan, which is made by Singer. It's old. It's one of the first, I think, fully electric sewing machines that Singer produced in this size. Yeah. I've used this to sew all my grime guards I've made so far. I'm going to give it a whirl and see if I can make this project envelope with it. Good morning. So apparently I lost my mind a little bit, thanks to Vonna. And between my ancient sewing machine and her instructions, I have managed to make 4 of these big project envelopes. So the only thing I have left to do is I need to put Velcro on them. But yeah, they turned out okay. I mean, some of my seams are a little wonky, but again, I don't sew. I have no clue what I'm doing. But I'm really, really pleased with how these turned out. They turned out really great, I think. So yeah. So now I've been bitten by this bug to make these. I've got 4 made. And I think I might make a couple of smaller ones because mine actually turned out a little bit larger, I think. But they're great because I can put my Q-snap in here and I don't know. And my chart and my working copy and my threads, they can all fit in this one big envelope for each of my projects. So yeah, I'm really loving this. Hi guys, so today is Thursday, April 20th, and yesterday I said I was going to work on And a Forest Grew, which is this one, because we were supposed to work on something that had animals in it, and this one does, but I didn't get much done. As you can see, I only did this tree because I had to take my daughter into university. And I got sidetracked and went shopping for fabric. And I made some project bags, which I already showed. So these were the rest of my stitch on something with animals in it. Because Snoopy's an animal. And owls are animals. So yeah, so that was that day. So today I am the 20th, and it's the 20th, and the challenge today was to stitch on something pretty. Now, I don't know if you can see that bling very well, but this is my Mirabilia Santa's Magic, and there's lots of sparkly bits. So I am going to stitch on this today. So we're going to see how far I can get with it. Not exactly sure, but we'll see what happens. Springtime in Newfoundland. Snow is gone, but the trees are covered this morning in silver thaw, which is basically freezing rain, and it's stuck to everything. Now I have to go scrape my car for work. Hi everyone, so it's actually more than 24 hours later. Said I was going to stitch on my Mirabilia piece, which I did do, and I've gotten quite a bit done. I finished filling in the blue here, and all of this white, and this light blue here, and I started filling in this bling. So yeah, so it's actually the end of the day on the 21st, and the 21st was to stitch something related to Taurus or diamond or something that you find difficult, and I decided to stick with this piece today and keep this as something related to diamond because it's sparkly. Yeah. So I did get quite a bit done on Santa's sleeve, which is what this is. Hi guys, back again today for April the 22nd. This, I did not take a before video. Today's challenge was to stitch on something that's close to a finish. This is not close to a finish, but it's the closest thing I have to a finish. And it is my focus to finish piece for this year, so I figured it would be a good opportunity for me to work on my Record Girls piece. What I actually did was I decided to take this piece to work with me, and I filled in a little more around her eyes and in through her hair here, and I started to fill in a little more of the background here. I managed to get that done on my break at work. But that's really all the stitching I got done on this one today. But like I said, this is my focus to finish piece for this year. And because most of my pieces are BEPs, this is actually the one that's probably closest to a finish anyway. So yeah, there you have it. April the 22nd, all done. Good morning. So I finished my last night shift last night for this round, so I am now off for 5 days, and April 23rd is to stitch, what was it? Stitch on something related to 29. Now this piece, And a Forest Grew, how I've related this to 29, the biblical saying in the center of the chart, hang on, if I can just get that chart out here, this saying here, if I'm not mistaken, that saying is actually Genesis 2:9. Yeah, chapter 2, verse 9. So, that's my 29. I won't get to this saying today because I'm actually on this section of the chart right here. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Yeah, this tree with the owl in it. That's what I'm going to be working on today. So I'm going to try and get this done, and I'll either move up or move down or across from there. And yeah, so that's it for today. So this is my April 23rd piece. Let's see how far along I can get today. Today's going to be a relaxing day for me. I'm not even going to try and get my steps in today. I've decided it's going to be a rest day for me today. Well, good morning, everyone. I don't even know what date it is today. I have finished up a couple of night shifts and I'm tired. I just got up and I'm going to have my coffee and I'm going to do my stitching. I fell behind by a day, I guess it's a day, with Jessie Marie's SAL. So I'm going to try and play a little bit of catch up, or I might just stay a day behind and finish it a day late. I don't know. Basically, yesterday I did stitch on And a Forest Grew, and I did get that tree finished, so I'll show that to you now in a second. And I think the theme for today, hang on, I'm just checking it here. After that, because I did that one for anything related to 29. Yeah, so the next challenge was to stitch on something bookish. So I'm actually going to stitch on my Christmas Carol piece, because A Christmas Carol is a Charles Dickens book. So let me just switch the camera around and I can show you where I got to on my other pieces and show you what A Christmas Carol looks like at my starting point today. So this is my progress from yesterday on And a Forest Grew. I did manage to finish this tree with the owl in the tree. Got that one done. And then I moved down and I started this one. And that was as far as I got yesterday before we had to leave and go to my son's jazz band concert last night. So yeah, I was kind of pleased with that. It's kind of a funky looking tree, I don't know, but anyway, that was that. So now the next one, like I said, is bookish. And this is, oh, you have to excuse me with the jiggling camera here. This is my Christmas Carol piece. And this is the starting point for today. I'm still finishing in this this page here with all of the confetti stitching. So I'm going to work more on that section today. So we'll see how much I get done. Anyway, happy stitching, everyone. So as I said yesterday, I was going to work on this piece, and I did, and I've gotten quite a bit of stitching done in here. I've filled in quite a lot of the confetti there on this page. So this is where the page ends. As you can see, I feather into the next column. But yeah, so I did get quite a bit done on that yesterday, and I'm really pleased with how it's shaping up. So that was the challenge piece for yesterday. Today, let me just move this out of the way. Today, I'm going to work on this blob. The challenge for the day today was, it's birthday day, so happy birthday, Jessie Marie. But I'm a day late because I was behind. But for the birthday day, we were supposed to stitch something birthday related or stitch on our newest start. So my newest start would have been this piece. It is called A Colorful Past. Unfortunately, I don't have a colorful picture. I just printed this off on my laser printer. So it's A Colorful Past by Jane Worcester Scott. And I started this at the Haid Retreat in England in February. And I started, of course, up here in the top corner. So all I have stitched is a whole lot of black and some navy, 939. I'm doing this one in tent stitch for a change. So I'm going to work on this today. It's not in my regular rotation. I kind of made my rotation a lot smaller this year so that I can concentrate on some pieces and concentrate on getting them finished because they're so large. So this is not in my rotation, but I'm going to see how much I can get done today on it. And I'll be back at the end of the day to show you how I made out. Hi again, everyone. So I'm still stitching on my blob of black and DMC 939. Doesn't look like I've done much, but I've actually filled in this whole section here, and now I'm gone back up here and starting to work my way down here. But the reason I wanted to pop in now is because, and I'm going to try and move you without, I don't know, too much shimmy and shaking, but I am watching Stitch Bliss Corner. Mary Rose is her name. If anybody hasn't had the opportunity to check this lady out, you should definitely go look her up and subscribe to her. Her videos are amazing. She actually has a discussion about a particular topic, and then will sometimes show her embroidery or her cross-stitching projects. But each video has a theme, and she like researches it and talks about it. It's like listening to a podcast or watching a podcast while you're stitching. So this one was in celebration of male stitchers, and she has a whole, I don't know how long this one was, 45-minute video on different male stitchers, how they design, what they embroider, examples of their work. So interesting. And I just found her yesterday thanks to Allie from Allie's Stitching Studio. And this is number 13. I've watched all of her videos up to this point. So now I'm going to watch number 14, which is entitled Assisi, A Man and Birds. The one before this was about Mary Queen of Scots and her life and how she actually used to stitch as well. Really interesting stuff. So if you get the opportunity to check her out, do so. Again, her channel name is called Stitch Bliss Corner. Really, really like her stuff. Anyway, just wanted to give a little shout out. I'm off to run some errands and hopefully stitch again later. There they go. Both of my teenagers in the car. Yeah, so I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing when your teenage daughter finally gets her driver's license and then they get to go off in the car and I get to stay at home. Sometimes I'm nervous about her driving everywhere, and other times I think, oh, thank God, I just don't have to get outside and you can do errands for me. You can go to the grocery store and pick up the things that I forgot yesterday. And, oh, maybe you can stop by the drugstore and pick up the prescription that you need. Oh, anyway, that's it. Good morning, guys. So today is April the 28th. I know that Jessie Marie's SAL has finished by now, but I'm a day behind, like I said. So yesterday I worked on a colorful past, which was stitch on something that was either birthday related or your newest start. This was my newest start. I started this at the Haid Retreat in England when I went there in February. So yesterday I stitched all of this section down here, and I started stitching a little bit more here, and that was all I got done yesterday. Wasn't very much. I think it worked out to be, I don't know, something like 400 stitches or something, but that was about it. I ended up going to a paint night last night with some friends of mine, and I'll insert a couple pictures, I guess, of the painting we did that last night. None of us are artists, of course. This was just one of those things where you go and spend some time and have a laugh and a glass of wine and paint something. This is what I'm going to be working on today. This is the last day of the SAL, and you're supposed to stitch on something family related. And I'm going back to this piece once again, only because every Christmas it's a family tradition with us that we watch A Christmas Carol, the old black and white version with Alistair Sim playing Scrooge. And I've been watching that every Christmas Eve since I was a little kid. So my kids now watch it. It's like a thing we do every year. So I'm going back to stitching this, still working on this page. I did get quite a bit filled in the other day. These are little street lamps. I got those started. So I'm going to see how much I can get done on this today. And this will be my last day working on this before I go back to my regular rotation tomorrow. Anyway, let's see how much I can get done. Good morning, everyone. Well, yesterday was the last day of Jessie Marie's birthday SAL, and I have to say, really enjoyed it. I liked working on different pieces every day, not something I typically do. And this was my progress for my last day. I managed to get almost a page finish here on this head. As you can see, there's just a few confetti stitches left. Now, they are confetti because most of them are different colors. Like there's like, you know, 3 of a color here and it doesn't show up anywhere else. And then there's like, you know, 2 of a color here, but it doesn't show up anywhere else. So, I'm just going to continue working with this today to finish up a page finish, but that's my progress. So I've gotten quite a bit done. I'll probably just show some of these larger pieces during my regular monthly wrap-up, but I really, really enjoyed the SAL. So thanks so much, Jessie Marie, for putting it together and inviting us all to participate and celebrate your birthday. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. So I did a paint night with the girls last night, as I mentioned earlier. And this was the piece I painted. Yeah. So it's not great, but it's not horrible, maybe is the word I'm looking for. My first time ever painting anything, I don't think it was that bad. I actually really enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. So yeah, wasn't too bad at all. Gotta say. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this now that it's in my house. But, I don't know, I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll stick it in my craft room.